Welcome back to another episode of the TYF Podcast. We are TYF and we are short another member today, but he is here in spirit. What's up, my friends? I cracked mine open a minute ago. Chris.
Fellas. Where
the fuck you been at?
I have been out chasing that bag.
That's right. I think last episode, because we had 2 episodes prior to this. One didn't release because it was before the Junior H concert. The second one we recorded after the Junior H concert, and it made a lot more sense just to drop the second one because it was just the after of the events. But I did not fail to mention that you was out and about chasing. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't mind filling us in about your experience.
Went out, left the state, had to go make some money, had to be gone I had to work 12 days straight, no day off. It came with some challenges, working with challenging people, came with some technical issues. For many people that do not know, I work with not a corporate company. I work in a corporate position with IT, and not all the time things work, but
you make them work.
You make it work. You make the best of it. Made the best of the situation. I thank God I'm here today. Thank God I was able to travel safely to there, back, and I've learned, like I was talking to the guys off camera, it's all about what you think about the situation. Okay, you could be in a horrible situation. You could be not even to put nobody down, bro. You could be cleaning toilets. You could be cleaning shit. You could be you could be a trash man. Fuck it. If you waking up every day, you putting your best into it, bro, something gonna come out of it. Okay. Like us, bro. Ain't gonna lie. We know we're not where we want to be, but we've
taken the steps.
For the most part, we've been consistent enough to where we have over 100 videos.
Not consistent. No, we could be more consistent, but I get what you're saying.
We have over 100 videos of content. Many people stop recording once they don't see something after like 4 or 5 videos. It's all about your mindset, and if you keep going, you're gonna be all right. Wise words, but Chris,
I like that. Yeah. Well, then there used to be something that that's nostalgic to me. That like little jingle you just said.
Wise words, Chris. I don't know.
It was story times with Iz. You don't remember
that? I also remember like when I think in season 1 we used to have like a TikTok of the week, song of the week.
Somebody asked me like, y'all don't think about segments? I'm like, yeah, bro, we did, but
they're not consistent.
They weren't consistent. Like, okay, not to down anybody, but it's like we would have like segments, but not everybody would like, oh yeah, well, I have it right here, and then maybe 1 or 2 of us would like, look real quick. Here, look, this one. Mm-hmm. And then this one might hit. Okay, look, this is my video of the week. Bitch, you just seen that right now.
Well, we probably will end up bringing something like that back just because I think we can always be looking at something to refresh the pod and stuff. And I think I'd want to hear what Israel, whenever he does, make appearances and things, what he's been listening to, what TikToks he finds funny, because bro, you could tell a lot about someone by their reposts or by their likes, just because you can tell what kind of humor they have. Like, I feel like it's a good and bad thing, because there's some shit that I be liking on Reels that I like just because, and I don't think about other people seeing that I liked it. Yeah. So then I'm having to come to that realization a little bit later once I see somebody else that I know like the video that maybe I'm like, would they care if I saw this? Then I'm like, well, are we in the same boat right now? Or are you okay with me liking this video that has some of the darkest humor I've ever seen? But do y'all like that? That it shows that who likes what?
I will piggyback off of it just a little bit to, how do I say it? I listen to podcasts throughout work. I try to at least. And there's one that it was, y'all know who Shane Gillis is?
Yeah.
So he's like,
funny as fuck.
If you haven't watched Tires, watch Tires.
Tires I fuck with Tires. It might not be the humor for everybody, but I fuck with Tires. He's like, I got my work gun, I'm gonna shoot you. And he was like, okay, anyways, back to what I was saying. He was talking about, I think this was about a year ago, it was a podcast and they were promoting his special. So I'm like, well, let me see what all the hype is about. I did start it without watching the podcast, but I didn't really finish it. I actually didn't really start it. I just pressed play, got caught up on what I was doing, stop watching it.
Yeah, just background. Yeah, background.
Yeah,
noise.
and so today I had some waiting time and I started watching it. And this is to go off of what you said. He was like, he has friends in New York and he has friends where he's from. And the friends where he's from are posting like, repost this if you aren't gay. And it's basically like,
Engagement trap.
kind of, but it's like build the wall. And more racist things, right? But his New York homies are more like posting things like, look, I'm not racist. And it's like reposts of things that are like supporting black people, Hispanic people. And maybe
I'm not racist. I bought a mangonada yesterday. Type shit.
Yeah. And so with that being said, he's like, it's like saying you're in traffic, like you're not racist or you're not hungry. His joke was, you're not hungry all the time. But then a hamburger cuts you off in traffic. You get what I'm saying? And he's like, this joke was about the Jews. He's like, nah, I'm just playing. But whoever you thought of when I said hamburger, that's who it was for. And everybody has their own like thoughts on it. I might throw it in here so it's not just like blind, but
Be someone from back home that's just like, fucking Colin Kaepernick better stand up. Like this tweet if you support the police. Share it if you're not gay. Alright, fucking share it. I'll share that. And then the next post is just one of my new woke white friends that's just like, I'm not racist. That's it. Every day for the last year, just a different white person popping up. Like, look at me. Look at this article I shared to my Instagram story. I'm not racist, right? It's like, all right. You sure? So I don't know if you know this. Like, being racist isn't like a yes or no thing. You know what I mean? It's not like you have it or you don't have it. Like, being racist is more, it's like being hungry. You know, it's like, yeah, you're not right now. You know? It's like, yeah, you're not hungry right now, but a cheeseburger could cut you off on the highway. And you get hungry. We're hungry all day. The cheeseburger's Jewish in that joke. No, I'm kidding. Cheeseburger is whatever type of cheeseburger you thought it was. In your racist heart.
it's not to say like you aren't racist.
You're just not at the moment.
Just not at the moment. Just because you're not racist all day doesn't mean you're gonna have like a little. I mean.
Okay, well,
you got a little bit of racism in there.
Where I see not see the wrong, but I tend to think about this a lot of the time. Because at the end of the day, it's the intent you have, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can say 1,000 different things to him compared to 1,000 different things I'd say to maybe another Scat Pack driver on the road.
Mm-hmm.
I could say the exact same thing to him as to him, but they could have a completely different intent, you know?
I've seen you make jokes.
And I could say it as like, that's my homie. I'm just, you know, chopping over him, cracking jokes. Compared to, I meant that shit. You almost killed me. You know, like.
Yeah.
So it's like, where do you draw the line between it being like, this is the stereotype that I think about when I think of you, or I see you. You know, like, where does that correlate? Because at the end of the day, I put it in the perspective of saying like, okay, well, yeah, it may still not be right. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be the intent behind it. So it's like, I don't get mad as long as the intent, because obviously if he's... I feel like even then, Mexicans are some of the most chillest to be called slurs and not care. Like, whether you say it, like, I've rarely had a situation where the word beaner or something like that is said, and any Mexican is, like, saying something about it. You get what I mean? Because, like, I've been around people, thankfully, because obviously I'm not racist and I don't condone racism, but at the same time, it's like I've been friends with all these
Every
different types
race.
of people,
Yeah.
and we've all been equally stereotypical to each other.
It's just a
I see racism. If you're like being racist, obviously like your homeboy or something as a joke. Obviously, I know there's people out there that are gonna be like that should never be a joke. Like I get that. I 100% get that. I'm one of those people that time and place for everything. Respect where you're at. Respect everybody else, and you'll get respected as well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't get mad whenever someone else doesn't think that way. Because if I was raised to respect others and someone else was raised, let's say, around nothing but disrespectful people, I can't expect him and me to have a common like level ground. You get what I'm saying?
I get exactly
if you
what
dish
you're
a joke, you should take a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was working out in Kilgore like a couple weeks ago, and I was working in the restroom. My coworker was elsewhere, but because this is such a large place, it's a new constructed building. There's other people there. I think these are like plumbers or whatever the fuck. And my eyes saw a white person, right? This dude was using the N word out the ass, right? And I'm like, is that what people feel when they hear me on the internet saying the N word hard? Not hard R, but it's like dropping it every once in a while, like this and that, you know? But, you know, it's not my place. I'm a beaner.
Yeah.
In other words, right? The black dude next to me, a Hispanic dude behind me, he could have been Muslim. But I get Muslim all the time. Like, people coming. There was a Arabic person that came up to me once. He was just speaking it in his native language. And I was like, what? And he's like, oh, dude, I thought you were Arab. I was like, nah, like, I'm Mexican. He's like, oh, dude, you look just like me. And I was like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. And so that's not Arab. That's not Arab. That's not accurate at all. That was racist. but going back to what I was saying, the black dude next to me, he was like, can you believe this dude? He's being racist towards his own people. And he's like, are you like that? I'm like, shit, on a good day. But on a good day, being like, I can make a joke without some harsh intent to it, right? Like, for example, today, I was talking with a white fellow, not my race, but we were talking about a Hispanic male that came to work. He's doing his job. He's doing his shit. And he was like, yeah, how do you think he's liking it? And I'm like, well, he's out there. He's on the route right now. He's being a driver, whatever the fuck. He's doing his thing. He hasn't really told me how he feels about it. He's like, yeah, but he's kind of stepping on your toes. With some backstory, I did a delivery for my company once. And it was just like a little side mission. A little out of my traditional day-to-day routine. Out of my routine. And I felt like, oh, cool. Like, I got to get out of the shop. I got to do something else.
With permission. Getting paid.
And so, but in light of this moment, there's no negativity going on. I was like, man, damn Mexicans, man, taking our jobs. But it was in light humor because I know this guy could take some dark humor because he dishes out a lot of dark humor. I've heard it. So, like, you know, let me dish some dark humor out. But because I'm Mexican, he wasn't right there with me because he didn't want to just like, yeah, fuck him.
Disrespect you.
Yeah, he didn't want to disrespect me. But, like, hey, man, like, it's all fun and games right now because I don't mean it in no bad, like, no ill will.
Yeah.
I'm just joking around. And he's like, well, he's not stepping on my, like, he's stepping on your toes. That was your side mission. Like, that was what you would get out of the shop to go do. And I was like, well, yeah, but it's a job at the end of the day. We show up, it's work. This is work for everybody here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? But, fuck, where was I going with this?
About his dark humor?
Basically, on the dark humor side, I was just making a joke. I was cracking a joke. And then because I felt like he wasn't
matching it, or because he wasn't the same race, he didn't feel like as comfortable to talk on it. Because I know there's been a lot of people where, like, or I've been around, let's say, just example, I've been around people where, whatever environment, where maybe I'm with an African American guy, I'm with a white guy, and they'll either talk about. It's happened a lot with either black or white people. I just want to put it out there, where they'll talk not down on their own race, but like they're way more comfortable to be kind of like
More expressive.
about it. Because like I've heard like black people say like, oh well, we can't be racist, and I'm like, okay, well in my head I'm already like, okay, well your intent is already like not racist, so that's the way I take it. But a lot of people don't take it that way. But me being the person I am and being around, growing up around a lot of, let's say I grew up around a lot of more Jamals than Connors. I got to see and kind of be around people. And I know a lot of people say like how do I word this right? Because I don't want to sound dumb. I feel like people don't give y'all as much credit for the culture y'all do have rather than y'all don't. Does that make sense? Yeah. Because like y'all,
a lot of influence.
Y'all have a lot of influence, bro. No matter
a lot of
like,
influence.
Whatever the case, and that's why like I tell jokes all the time and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna tell jokes if I don't actually put some thought into it. Going back, but it's like okay, I understand. Every race has their YNs. Everybody has people or a group of people that represent them badly. The Chinese have, tip or and all that bullshit, and then like everybody has different stereotypes that shed a bad light on their ethnicity, their race, whatever the case may be. But I think it's whenever you kind of bond over those type of things, like the stuff that y'all have, wrong. Because, like, there's been so many times where there's, like, a white guy will see more through my eyes than, let's say, a regular, like, stereotypical white guy. Because I've grew around people that, yeah, they're, let's say, white, but they don't have that stereotypical aspect to them. So like let's say I have a white guy that works for me and he was raised in nothing but a black family. So it's like obviously he's very in tune to what he represents, but at the same time he got to see a lot of stuff that even me going up and being around mostly Mexicans and blacks all day for almost the entirety of my school, because I went to freaking Pete and then Hog and then JT, same thing all around. I think over all my 13 years of school, I maybe shared a classroom with minorities. I maybe had I can count the white people I went to school with all my life on one hand, probably, like not even BSing. But that just goes back into like the stereotypes you're surrounded by, because obviously like here compared to different cities in Texas, you're probably gonna get. It'll be around maybe the same, but if you go here compared to a big city, you're going to see a big difference. Not even just in, like, the people, but, like, how the community treats each other.
I think it depends on the city way. Cause you go to White House.
It does, bro.
You can go to White House.
15 minutes and it gets real
Bro, if you go to
racist.
Lindale.
Dude, things get different quick.
Very quick. Very quick. Bro, to piggyback off, like, this whole conversation, bro, You are right. African Americans do have a culture that is very defined. I know several different stereotypes.
Have you
of
personally ever
African-Americans.
said, man, I can't stand black people?
Hold on. Yeah, let's just not like tippy toe
As a
around
joke.
it. We're talking about black people. We
Because-
can't just like because other people
Other
people just freely speak and be like, yeah, well, black people. Because the more we tippy toe around it, the more we're trying to like not like, hey, yo, like
Yeah.
let's be safe. Nah, fuck it. Like the same way we could say like a Mexican, a beaner, a white dude, a black dude. The more we like normalize it here right now, the less we're like tippy toeing around it.
I have
It's all about intent.
I have several different stereotypes of black people.
Uh-huh.
Okay, not stereotypes, I shall say. There are 3 different levels, right? You have a black person who thinks they're white.
Mm-hmm.
We've all encountered one of those.
I have a Hispanic person that thinks they're white. Yeah.
There is a black person who embraces them being black, who does not care, who can get along with black people, white people, Hispanic people. It does not matter.
Colorblind.
Same there. Yeah.
Exactly. And then you have your YNs or your very, very hood black people who do not have an off switch.
Yeah, you have your stereotypical
Who do not
Mexican.
have a code switch at all. Now those are the ones that, can push my buttons a little bit. But, I feel like me personally, I get along with everybody. Mm-hmm. But going back to black people do have a lot of influence on America, and they have a lot of influence everywhere. Mm-hmm. Bro, I will say one thing. Hispanics are very unique because no matter what, you know where your family is from, right? You know the city, the state, where they're from. In Mexico, if we had a Guatemalan dude, he knows the city, the state, the country, where he's from.
At least the past like 3 generations.
Me as a black,
it's just known knowledge, you know.
As a black person, we don't know where we're from. We are Americans. That's why majority of us like to be called African Americans, because we don't have any ties to Africa, because they got hundreds of years ago it all got mixed up and we have no clue. So I guess that's why we have our own culture, because we had to create it, because ours basically got washed away through slavery.
Nah, like to go off that, like
I still feel like a lot of y'all's original, like maybe, well, not even really, because if you take a YN and you take someone who's always been, let's say, in Africa, and they're doing what they do on the regular day, you know, like I don't know how accurate it is, but there will be some people like there's this that black comedian Aries or whatever the fuck, he's always like making fun of like how like if he's doing stand up or something, he'll be like, feed them to the lion, like stuff like that. Like I don't know 100% if deadass you're going outside and there's a lion a couple yards from you. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if I had to put like, that's just a broad like, okay, Africa, jungle. Oh, they're black people out there like living amongst like that's probably most likely 100% not very accurate, you know.
Dude, the information I've been fed is
it's
just
the
like
information that is negated from us, from y'all's culture, because I feel like automatically I'll just look at just videos of like Jackie Robinson, like the first like how everything like he had to go through whenever he was, and I'm like, dang, like it was not that long ago that stuff was happening like that, you know. So I think of it as like, dang, if it wasn't that long ago for that, imagine all that time frame where like basically all that information and all that like their heritage like lost like in translation, you know what I mean?
So I want y'all to fill me in on something, because y'all know I do a lot of research on a lot of random stuff, but I have not researched this, and I genuinely don't know. And I've been around it my entire life. I've been around the word. I've heard the word several times throughout the day, throughout the week.
crazy.
What is a beaner?
I guess because we eat beans. I mean,
Beans
I'm
and
not.
rice,
I mean, but
when you think of Mexican, you think of beans. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you
I
think
never
of an Asian
really-
person, you think about rice. No funny
origin
shit. No
of
funny
beaner-
shit.
You said
No,
what?
when I think of an Asian person,
And like
wherever,
rice cookers and
wherever,
shit. But
I
you
think
know
of
what's
rice.
crazy, bro? Everybody fucking eats rice.
Everybody eats rice. It might be seasoned different.
True, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Jollof rice, Africans love that shit. Asians.
You said what?
Jollof?
What the
oh yeah,
fuck is
beaner
that?
is a derogatory slur.
Jollof rice?
Hold your roll. What?
Jollof rice?
Okay, you spell it again.
Jollof.
Jollof.
Jollof rice, yeah.
Okay, and what is that?
It's an African dish. They love their rice.
Okay. Beaner is a derogatory slur originally from the United States to refer to individuals from Mexico or of a Mexican American heritage. It originates from the bean being a staple ingredient in the Mexican cuisine. Well, let me tell you what happened this morning. So I have this wooden fence that I put my dog on whenever I go outside to feed him right in the morning. I put him on today, and he got stronger overnight, I guess, and he just tore it down and ran off. Had to chase him down the block, so now I gotta get a steel fence or something strong from a welder.
I know the one and only person you should trust. Who? Gabe.
Bro, I've heard of him. I heard he give quotes right on the spot, and then he's based in East Texas. I just don't know how to contact him. Do you know how to contact him?
Yeah, you could reach him at 903-283-5596. Your trusted local mobile welder right here inside the Texas area. Whether you need a quick repair, custom fabrication, or a big welding project done, Gabe's got you covered. And he comes to you. They're offering free quotes plus an exclusive deal just for our listeners. 10% off your next service when you mention the code TYF. So if you're looking for a quality welding at great prices with the convenience of a mobile welding service, give Gabe's Woodworks a call today. Yes, sir.
Back to the rest of the episode.
I worked at Olive Garden when I was in high school. There was a waitress, I believe, that attended a large party. Probably wasn't even a large party, attended a family. There was a white male. Race doesn't matter right now. There's a male. Hold on. There was a male. Didn't like his soup. or whatever the fuck it may have been. And he's like, I didn't like this. Take this shit back. It wasn't good. Ends up spilling this soup on her. Offends the lady. He was in the wrong. Because now you give this girl fucking... I don't know what degrees of burns there are. But this bitch is burnt. You get what I'm saying? That's not right. To anybody. Guy, girl, young, old. You can't just treat a server like shit.
Yeah.
They're helping you. You're here. You're out having a dining experience. Somebody's attending to you. You gotta treat them with some respect, because it's not just whatever the fuck person. This is another human being, and I know, like, I don't always have, like, how do I say? I don't always have the best experience. No, I tend to have majority of the time good experiences with servers, because it's their job. They come serve you your drink. I see it from afar. I'm gonna come refill it. But the 1% of servers that are lacking, they might not like their job. They might not like what they're doing.
The ones that make you feel like you're the inconvenience.
Yeah, like, what does that got to do with me? If you don't like it, quit your fucking job, because your job is to tend to people.
And I don't know about
drinks.
I'm a piggyback once you're
Hold on.
anybody that's worked in the restaurant industry. And any job really, but I feel like in the restaurant industry, because I've heard it from a bunch of different people working in the field. You check your bullshit at the door.
Yeah.
You check it at the door. If you're like, let's say, like in an office setting, you can tweak out in the comfort of your cubicle. There's certain jobs that, I can be like, I need to take a break. Let me recline a little bit. Let me, in these certain fields, like, obviously you're going to get that phrase a little bit more of check your shit at the door. Because obviously, if you don't check your shit at the door, checking your shit at the door, let's say for Chris, won't affect how much he gets paid. As a server or working in a restaurant, if you don't check your shit at the door, that's a tip job. That's making sure that the customers come back. If the customers have one bad experience, guess what? The waitress that's working next to you, that would have been her table, the next time they come, she's losing money on that tip because of you.
Because of their experience at this location. They were like, nah, last time I went, I had a bad experience. Back to what I was saying, though. This individual spilled a soup onto this server. The manager comes out. You tell me, as a manager, as a corporate leader, how the fuck you would have handled this? Because as a busboy back in that day, I knew that was wrong. Shout out. I believe your name was Lael. Don't think you in the right, because that shit was wrong. But he comes out, he's like, oh, I'm sorry for your experience, whatever the fuck, your whole meal was free. Dude, you just talk shit to this server, being a fucking uneducated individual, talking shit to what is a tip job. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're gonna come and fucking comp their whole fucking meal, dude?
Nah.
That wasn't right.
I'll comp the shit that just fell on the floor, because I'm gonna have to make another one. And to me... The way I try to put
it's on the floor because you didn't fucking like it, dude. Like, you got a sip of it, or this wasn't what you wanted, and it's on this individual. Your fucking worker, your employee, just got burned. Not only fucking metaphorically, but physically got injured.
So
no, I'm very much someone who has to have not all the details, but I have to have a good idea of what happened. Like, so me, based off, okay, boom. Because I think of it as like, okay, homegirl ran to the back and was like, oh my gosh, he just dropped this on me. I'm burning. Straight off the bat. Off the bat, I'm like, what type of crew am I dealing with? What type of employees coming up to me? Are they known for complaining? Are they known? On top of that, why'd they drop it? Did they drop it because it was hot? Did they drop it because they didn't like it? Because they drop it. Okay. Who made the soup? Is there any reason for the soup not being? Because to me, I'm going out there and whether I feel like the customer's 100% wrong, I have to make that customer feel that it's not me against you. It's me and you against the problem. Whether that has to have me reinforcing like, hey, bro, calm down in like a tone manner. I always go out there with the intent of establishing what can I do? This is what I'm able to do. If this is what you want, whether I can give it to you or I can't, where are we going to meet in the middle? Whether I got to bullshit and say that I'm not authorized for that and pass you on to somebody else, I'll do it. But at the end of the day, You're not gonna come up in here and do whatever the fuck you want and expect me to attend to you. That's not gonna happen.
Because that's what dude did.
It's
He
not gonna
basically
happen.
walked up in there like, well, not walked up in there with that intent from the jump.
Because if I have time, I'm gonna make. If you're gonna get something for free, I'm gonna make you work for that shit. It's not just gonna be like, oh, okay, I come up to here and you're right. No, that's not it. Fuck
Nah, bro.
no. Nah.
Burning me, I've been in a position. I think I've said this several times before in a podcast, several podcasts. Been in a leading position and a helping position.
That customer is gonna leave.
Hell
this
yeah.
person right here is gonna see me different as a manager for the next couple of shifts that I work with them. And whether they work
stuck
good
in my
or
head
not,
since then. I'm like, dude, how are you gonna do that shit? Like from that point, I was like, yeah, nah, that's just not right.
You
as a manager.
you literally just
what if it was me as a
disregarded.
busboy at the lowest tier at this restaurant? It's not a high tier restaurant. It's not a fucking $60 a plate restaurant. You get what I'm saying? It's maybe like $15-$20 max. And even then, you see commercials of Olive Garden on the fucking news. Fucking
sales, affordable.
All you could eat for $15.99, for $14.99, whatever the fuck.
Bring the
If
family.
anything, you in the middle somewhere, right? And just for you could keep this customer who probably won't come back right away because he had a terrible experience. Like, yeah, I'm gonna comp your whole shit. To me, that wasn't right. As a busboy way.
So what I would have done in the situation,
Mm-hmm.
of course, like Diego said, I do want all the details. I am a person to where I need every single detail. I'm not gonna say every single detail, but I need an idea to know
to make
a common ground, right, bro? If you drop that suit because you didn't like it on a person that's working for me, and I respect this person and they respect what I do, I'm not picking your side in that situation. And respectfully, I have, when I was in a manager situation and I was over a retail space, I have kicked people out of the building.
Mm-hmm.
I have genuinely kicked people out of the building if I feel like that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
I would have told them, no, we don't want your service. You can leave.
Because the least that manager could have done, you're still gonna pay your fucking plate. Maybe we won't charge you for your original plate or the second plate, but everybody is paying for their shit. Because you acted out, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. And it comes to a level of maturity. Why you, as a grown person, is gonna flip your soup at Olive Garden?
No, bro.
What do you gain from that, and how do you achieve to be a better person?
I had a scenario where some people they feel like coming in lit is automatically gonna give them what they want. There's some people that think like that, have been raised like that. To those people, I'm sorry you think like that, but that's not always the case. I've had people, I'm not going to say when, where, time, whatever the fuck, right? But I've had...
We're all humans, way.
There was this one instance where there's this white man, right?
Yeah.
He paid for somebody's order, right? Because obviously if you go through a drive-thru or whatever, they're going to ask you, hey, is this your order? You say yes. If they repeat the order to you completely right, and you answer saying yes, when it wasn't your order,
That's confirming.
and you're gonna proceed to get upset at me
The
that
manager.
you got paid out for the wrong order after
Hold on.
my crew.
I did just throw out the manager. He was mad at you or the person at the window?
He came in mad at me because the person
You,
at
the
the
manager.
window couldn't help him.
Okay, cool.
So the person at the window says, hey sir, is this your order? Yes. Okay, this your total. Pays the total, right? Gets his food, decides to still eat half of the food. Half of it. Eat half the food. Walk back inside and complain about his wrong order that he paid for incorrectly, right? First of all, he paid less.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, okay, he's pulling up.
You
up.
up.
I'm like, okay, you better be up, cuz. You're going to come in here. I'm going to remake the food. I can't take this food back. You going to eat it? I'm giving you the food next for free. You paid less than the original. You're not even getting 2 for 1 at this point. You got double the food and a discount.
Yeah.
That's what I'm offering you. No, homeboy's still lit. Homeboy's still making it a big issue. A problem I always have in these altercations or when I'm going through this is if it's a male, usually older. I'm not a big guy. I'm not like to the naked eye, to whatever guy feels like pressing me, I'm going to get pressed more than, let's say, out of our friend group, I'm getting pressed more than anything. Because by looks, obviously, I'm on the shorter side. I'm scrawny. I'm all this. So I'm constantly having to not assert dominance, but show that this is not gonna like
You have to
my
show that
height.
you're not a pushover.
It's not gonna work out any different. Whether if there was a 6 foot 300, I'm acting the same, right? So dude comes up to me basically. At this point, he's in like trying to initiate something, kind of like suggesting, you know, step out. Like if you got a problem, like because at this point, I guess he felt that I was trying to make him feel stupid because I was like, well, sir, you ate the food already. And at that point, I was just saying, you know, you ate the food already. I can't take it back. 1, so you could already keep that. 2, I'm gonna give you your order right. So you're already getting more food. You're not gonna have to pay. You're already paying. Like I'm trying to basically show him everything I'm doing for him. And he took that as me basically saying that he was slow and all this. He's like, well, if you really gonna act like, he's like, don't treat me like no dumbass, like all this, right? And at this point, I'm like, okay, bro, you're getting off at Cane's because I already literally gave you everything you wanted. You're in a wife beater. It's 10 p.m. at night. All this. I guess this white guy wanted to get lit, trying to take me outside. And I was basically like, sir, I'm not going to do that. I'm too mature for that. Basically, like, being bigger than it. I guess that triggered him even more.
You're saying you're too mature for that.
Triggered him
Probably
even
triggered
more.
his
The
ass.
whole time, bro, I can't fathom how dumb I feel. I have my crew literally behind me, kind of like trying to like...
Your staff.
You know, my staff, right?
Yo.
I have my staff behind me.
Your crew right here, dude.
I have my staff behind me, and they're kind of just watching to see if anything's going to happen or not. At this point, I'm fed up, and he kind of sees the switch. What switched me off was that he started being racist. So the motherfucker starts bringing up, like...
Back on topic.
Starts bringing out, like, cartel, you know,
Yo.
like, y'all come over here, y'all do take our job, all this bullshit. I'm like... As soon as
Bro,
he said,
you want to work at Cane's for real?
Bro, deadass. As soon as all that shit happened, I deadass looked at this motherfucker, and I deadass asked him, I was like, sir, I gave you everything I could do for you right now. If you don't want to leave, everything you're saying about us is about to become true to you. I was like, all that shit that you, everything
Crazy.
that, I was like, deadass. And I was like, I don't even want to say what I said after.
Don't even say it, wait. Don't even say it.
Anyways, it was something cartel related,
Oh,
right?
shut the fuck up.
So, that kind of
Shut
like...
the fuck up. Anyways,
take what you want from that, but I had to use some kind of tactic in order to de-escalate the situation of the racism because, first of all, I'm a scrawny, skinny little Mexican.
with
and then
tats.
Huh?
With tats.
That don't do nothing.
Just throwing it in. It does something to everywhere else, but I'm just saying, like, you tat it up.
So on Sunday, going back to
You can jump off that shit quick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
on Sunday, bro. My girl wanted some Popeyes.
Okay.
You know, it was kind of crazy. I ate tamales. She ate Popeyes.
Cool.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead. And then I'm
Who
gonna
has the
tell
best fried? Who has the best fried chicken?
Southern Classic.
Bro, what the fuck were you talking about? Dude, go back, because that just went super off topic. Go, you were saying, Chris?
So there's this one Popeyes.
Yo.
On
Over
the
there on
loop.
64?
Yes.
Okay,
Horrible.
fuck them. Hell yeah.
Horrible.
Have you been to one on Fifth?
Yes.
Worse.
No, it's not. I can bet you every single penny in my bank account it is not. Bro.
Go right
So this is why I don't like going to these Popeyes. The customer service sucks, the chicken's nasty, and I always have a bad experience.
Yeah.
Every single time. So my girl knows this, but I don't think she remember the last time we went. So
Yeah.
we go to Popeyes, we order. Okay. She says what she wants, and the lady asks what side, and I keep saying fries. She says what side? I say fries. She said we don't have any fries.
Why don't you let me know to begin with?
Exactly. You
Before I
don't just keep
repeating
asking me.
myself.
Okay. She said we got we got potato. We got
We got potatoes.
we got potatoes. We got all the other sides. And this my girl's just like potatoes, right? We get up to the window, and my girl wanted boneless chicken wings.
Yo.
Lady's like, all right, we'll get you your receipt whenever we bring the food out. Can you pull up front? I'm not gonna lie, I really do hate pulling up front for a restaurant, but I understand what they're going through. I will.
Nah, fuck all that. You fast food, that shit gotta be fast.
I will say
no.
that.
I'll go back on my word. Okay, bet.
So we pull around to the building, right? And no joke, 3 minutes go by. I'm like, 3 minutes.
You get your shit for free, nigga.
Five minutes go by.
I'll go back on my word.
Boom. 12 minutes go by and nobody has came out.
12 minutes is crazy.
That's a problem.
That's crazy.
That's a problem.
Your shit in red. They just cleared that shit. Everybody forgot. I work fast food. I know this shit.
16 minutes go by. My girl finally looks at me and she's like, "There's something wrong with this." So I see a guy walk out the back. He looks at my car. My car's not 10 anymore. So me and him made eye contact.
Yeah.
Right? We're at Popeyes. He's the same kind of individual as I am. You can take with that as you want. But
All right, yeah.
He's a little different. YN. So he's walking out of the Popeyes to the back. He goes in his vehicle. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they could have brought me my food.
on break.
Mind you, the cars behind me are just flowing. Just flowing. I didn't see a family get out, go inside Popeyes. You know what? I said, I opened my car door. Mind you, I'm about to go fishing. Everybody knows I enjoy fishing. This is taken away from my fucking fishing time.
This is taking away from my peaceful fucking time.
This is taken away from my fucking fishing
And
time.
if you've ever fished, timing is everything.
I walk inside the Popeyes. Why the fuck did the family of 5 that I see get out the vehicle after me that I've been waiting for 12 minutes already have their food? So that's a problem that I see. I walk in. The lady that was over the intercom with me, she was like, "Yeah, how can I help you?" It's like, "Wait, you look familiar." She said, "Oh my gosh, he didn't bring your food out, did he?" I said, "No, he didn't." That boy, he was supposed to bring your food out before he went to break. So she ended up starting making my food. She started making my food. Finally, I got my food. She said, "I'm so sorry." She said, "I'm going to give you some extra." I'm like, "All right, so be it." You gave me extra. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Get in the car. I start driving. And as you know, on the loop, when you're going through Popeyes, you hit the loop. My girl says, "Where's my drink?"
That's the first thing you get.
I didn't get the fucking drink, right? So she was like, "No, it's okay, it's okay." I'm like, "You know what? Don't want to hear about this. I'm going to make a U-turn and go get this drink." Okay? I go get the drink. And I'm still waiting in line. Between some people that...
Why didn't you get down, bro?
I got down, bro.
Okay.
I got down.
Did you wait in line?
Yes.
Why are you waiting in line?
Bro,
I would've went up
I'm
to
going to the side of the counter.
Because at the end of the day, I'm a respectful individual. There was an old couple who could barely hear, and they
They
were
didn't respect your drink.
You're right.
Nah, cuz.
So hold on. That's
Drink.
not even the worst part, nigga. That's not the worst part. Finally, tell them it was a strawberry lemonade. You got a strawberry lemonade. I was supposed to order mango.
Yeah.
So I got to the car. My girl said, "What is this?" I ordered mango. I'm like, "Damn, you're
Hey,
right." I said strawberry.
look,
I said, "You know what? I'm
drink.
sorry. I'm gonna just take my L on this time."
Strawberry gonna have to do it today.
Hold on.
to do
She
today.
took a sip of it. And usually my girl overreacts whenever she doesn't like something. She's like, "Ew, this is nasty." And I'm like, "Whatever, just fight through it." She said, "This tastes like alcohol." I'm like, "There's no way." Bro, why did I take a sip of that strawberry and it felt like I took a shot? I swear to God.
Hey, they for real gave you extra.
I swear,
They gave you extra.
swear to God, I took a sip of that strawberry and it felt like I took a sip of alcohol.
No
joke.
straight carbonation?
No, it wasn't carbonation. It tastes like you're taking a shot of vodka or tequila, bro. I swear.
Nice. I like tequila.
So I started sipping. I'm like, yeah, no, this is no way near strawberry lemonade. So, bro, I get to the stop sign. No, I just poured the drink out. I just poured the drink out. So we're driving to go fishing. It's pretty like a 30-minute drive. So my girl started eating the chicken. She was like, "This don't taste right."
It was undercooked.
Undercooked, bro.
Fuck. Look,
Genuinely, that is the final straw. I told my girl we are never going back to the Popeyes. I feel like this is the second time I've said this before, but this is the mark. I am never ever going back to the Popeyes. It is horrible.
Popeye 64 on
know-
the loop.
Correct. You know when
West
that.
Tyler.
You know when that.
Let them know you fucking up.
You know when that Popeyes first opened? That Popeyes first opened, I was in middle school, or it was either my freshman year. That Popeyes had a line going all the way back, way past Wingstop.
Bro, you
The only
remember
reason
whenever
it
the
was like
chicken
that
sandwich?
was
You
the
remember?
chicken sandwich.
No,
That's the only reason.
No. This is when Popeyes first opened up, and then when the chicken sandwich dropped, the same shit happened. No, when that Popeyes first came to Tyler, they didn't have a chicken sandwich. They had straight chicken.
Okay.
Barely had chicken strip. Me and my dad waited in that line for an hour and 3
Yeah,
minutes.
bro.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Just to eat some of that Popeye shit. In that time, it was
I just
good.
look at it. I
After
just
that,
look at it
downhill.
as, dang, imagine everybody coming from the other side this way. They're having a bust at you.
No, cause look, what I will say, me, my dad, my brother, my dad, as we were younger, he's the one who's like, let's go try something new. Let's go try over here. Let's go try over here. So he's like, I want to try Popeyes. Let's go try Popeyes. Me and my brother are like, fuck it, let's go. We didn't say fuck it. We're low.
First time I tried Popeyes was with him.
And so we're like, okay, let's go.
Ironically, it was on the one I'm fit to.
I will say the reason I have not returned to Popeyes is because of my dad not liking the fact that they put beans in their rice, or I think it was beans in their rice or beans in potato. They put beans in something as a topping, right? My dad's like, I didn't like that. I'm not gonna come back. My dad, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say he doesn't have good taste.
But it'll be very small stuff that.
But I'm not gonna say that he has like
the best
in the world, right? But after him saying like, hey, you know what? Like, I didn't like the fact that they put this as a topping on top of our rice. We only ordered rice. Why'd they put beans on top of it? From that point there, I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm not gonna return to Popeyes. Just from that little thing, because dad knows best, right? Your parents know best. I haven't gone to Popeyes in general because of that. Even though I know, like, I could order a different side. Because my dad's instincts rubbed off on me. Like, I'm not going to come back because, you know, they use this as a topping, as like a fucking gravy to our fucking rice.
And they didn't say it on the menu?
It did not.
You know,
it was just rice. And they're like, what do you want? What do you want as a side? We just want rice. We didn't have no other fucking. We read the whole fucking menu and everything.
Maybe
like potatoes. We don't have potatoes.
Maybe it doesn't
get
come
rice.
with.
Fucking let's
Maybe
get
it
rice.
doesn't come with beans,
bro. No.
And they were just trying to.
Bro, you know
they seen it and they're like, hey, throw some extra beans in there.
No cap.
No, bro. You know it's a side, right?
What?
Red beans and rice.
No, we said no beans.
I thought that happened to me though.
No, we were like, you want the beans on there?
I
like,
didn't hear that part.
No, I didn't say that part. That's why. But we were asked like, do you want this on it? And like, no, we just want rice. And so we just got rice, got the beans, and my dad was like, yeah, no, I didn't like this. I'm not gonna come back. So with that being said,
the moral of the story is any little inconvenience can lose you not one customer but multiple. Cause you gotta think of it, word of mouth too. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to that Popeyes. I ain't been in a long time. Mm-hmm. Maybe if I passed by, I was on that side of town and I was craving it, I might.
I have never craved.
I'm not
Popeyes.
going to.
Have you've craved Popeyes? Like,
I've craved.
I want some fucking Popeyes today.
I've craved everything. I've craved something different than what I've already eaten.
I want some chicken. I'm gonna go everywhere fucking else, bro, but Popeyes, bro.
I swear,
well, yeah, that's just an example.
This right now is because this is like such a cultural thing. I crave Popeyes like once a week.
God, look, this is no shots at you. No shots at you whatsoever. No shots at you whatsoever or anybody of the black community. But I will say, Church's Chicken got my heart.
Hey,
as far as chicken goes,
he said, who the fuck craves that shit? I don't know. They had a big ass line though.
No, but it was whenever it had opened, not too long after. And my dad was like, "Hey, they just opened up on the west side. Let's go check it out."
Nah, bro, I remember
check it out.
when Cane's first opened here back in 13.
Yeah,
I didn't go until like 2014, 15. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as I had 8 Cane's the first time, it was my favorite like fast food.
No, yeah, that was hard.
You gotta think about it.
But
it was around like it was a little bit pre-COVID. It was good priced. You know, like
inflation's fucked us up.
Inflation fucks up everything.
My light energy bill. I don't pay the whole thing. I don't even pay the shit.
Like, how am I using less and paying more?
Tell me why that was like. I can't even put a number on it. That shit's a fucking lot, right? And my mom was like, "Hey guys, we gotta fucking
make sure you turn the lights off.
We gotta tighten up, cause why the fuck am I paying a fucking car note for our light bill?
Shit higher than giraffe pussy.
Hey, tell me about it. That shit's pretty high, and so we do our part to try and like accommodate, to try to like level out. And I was like, yeah, no, our fucking light bill is out the ass, and I'm like, hey, everybody's is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just ours, man. Like, you gotta understand, everybody's fucking light bill is out the ass. It's not just ours. You gotta understand that the neighbors is, the one across the street, across the fucking hood, down the fucking loop. Everybody's has raised up because of inflation. Not just inflation, but because everybody's trying to get their pennies worth or squeeze a penny out of whatever they can to make the damn bread. because I don't know who's in charge of fucking the companies or whatnot. Somebody's making money off of
The inflation.
us. Somebody's making money off of us. I need to fucking get a damn light company at this point. By the way that this shit's going, I need to make my own damn light company and charge at least 25% less.
You're gonna have to be paying for air.
Hey, nigga, tell me about the Lorax. As time goes on, I think more and more about O'Connor or O'Hare Air.
That's
whatever
crazy.
the
We were
fuck.
talking about. I was talking about that with my crew the other day about how because they couldn't remember if the Lorax was the one trying to save the trees or cut them.
No, he was trying to save the trees. But how much closer are we getting to that fucking point? I have seen how people have like compressed air in a can for people who go like on Mount fucking Everest. Excuse my fucking language. I tend to use fuck a lot.
Like there's already a price on a lot of the stuff.
But there's like oxygen in a can for people who do things that need oxygen. And you know, Mount Everest is pretty fucking high. I keep saying fuck a lot. Mount Everest is high. The higher you go, the less oxygen there is. If you could have oxygen in a can or oxygen tank, that would help. You get what I'm saying? But we're surrounded with trees. I've had a cousin that came from Mexico and he's just blown away. Yes.
I remember that specifically just because I have some family, and if y'all have never been, let me just paint the picture for you. Dry as fuck. My family, I have
Concrete
some family
everywhere.
I have some family come from El Paso, right? I went over there before them coming over here. Bro, I went over there. It felt like I was in a dry ass part of Compton. I'm talking about there's maybe one palm tree because they can withstand
You
all
been
that
to Compton?
heat. Huh? No,
been
but
to-
I walked straight out of Compton.
I have. I've been to Compton.
Anyways, back to what I was saying.
Yeah. But I mean,
I remember
will
them- no,
how
I
are you gonna
remember
compare it to
them-
Compton if you haven't been to Compton? Straight out Compton
No.
is a movie.
Yeah. I remember them coming down here after the fact of us going back up there. And yeah, when I went up there, I was like, dang, it's a little bit hotter. The sun hits a little bit hotter. I saw some trees, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, it's a different city. I'm going to see different shit.
Yo.
If I don't see as much trees, it's because it's a big city. Okay. Bro, they come down here. They're like baffled. Absolutely baffled by how many trees we had. And this was back like in 2012, 2013, around there. I start to look every day, like every time, and I'll like get older and I'll kind of be driving around Tyler and I'll look back and I'm like, damn. I'll still think about whenever I had that relative come to Tyler for the first time and speak about how much East Texas had this many trees, this many, or not even East Texas, just Tyler in general, because that's what I thought in my head. And I was like, damn, I guess people don't have trees like that for real, or it's like maybe I'm not seeing the value in a tree as much as someone else is. You know what I mean?
That's what made me learn the fucking value of a tree,
And-
because he came over here just looking out of my window. I didn't have a truck at that point. Or yes, I did. When my cousin came over here, my actual cousin, he was looking out the windows. He didn't say it verbally, but I knew, because there's nothing else to fucking look at out the window of Tyler, Texas than these damn trees.
Bro,
Piney
'cause,
Woods of East Texas.
like, bro, all the houses I've lived at have had a fucking tree that's the tree for the house. That's the tree of the house. I thought árbol. There's always an árbol. If you look outside your house, that's your tree right there.
I had
Or
a
this
tree.
is your- you know, oh, well, you know? Or
Yeah.
like the front of your house, like, you know, whatever the case may be. But
I
bro,
got a tree.
I'll be going around Tyler and I'll
Tree
be
of the
driving.
house.
And I'm like, damn, how long ago was it whenever that shit was said? Damn, I was this years old. I'm this many years old now. There used to be trees there. That 7 Brew was trees. That Dutch Bros was trees. That Walmart was trees.
As
Whenever
I
my
drive
kids
by,
come out, how many more trees are gonna be left, Wade?
dude, as I drive by,
It broke
the
my
loop,
heart. It broke my heart.
Across
I don't
from
even want to
Sam's.
sound.
the West
I don't-
Loop.
bro. As soon as they started cutting down the trees across the street from the Hollywood theaters, that shit hurt me, cuz I'm like,
Yes.
damn, that was the last patch that I'd look at, as in me being older and being like, okay, well, obviously now during our times, like I see like, okay, this business is popping off in Dallas. I'm like, okay, well, would this business pop off in Texas, and where would it pop off? I mean, in Tyler, and where would it pop off? On what side? On what? And I start to think of like what businessmen obviously think about entrepreneurs look like. You know, like I start to think, obviously not like them, but kind of put myself in the space of what they would think if they were gonna put something like that here. And I start to think, and I'm like, there's only going to be more and more companies that come out, more and more franchises, more and more demand for all these different things. There's going to be more centers for, okay, if you're too lazy to do this, there's a center where you go and you do that. Or like there's obviously going to be more hobbies and stuff that pop up as years go on. So there's going to be more places that things need to be. So it's like how much more time we got before all those trees that like we're used to seeing are just going to be like, because bro, they've been there for, how long does it take for a tree to grow that high? Just think of that shit.
Years.
And how long does it take you to chop it down?
How long until we are living Wall-E and this fucking robot is trying to preserve this plant because it's a plant.
I start to look at all those movies back then way, and it's just little signs of either preparing us, putting us in a headspace to understand, or like something, because all this shit that you used to see back in the day, like bro, I remember when I watched when I watched Iron Man for the first time, or whenever I watched anything like high tech, like, oh shit, he has glasses that he can fucking take video record. You walk out and you see a pair of Meta glasses everywhere.
The Power Rangers, they were like, let me talk to the damn leader of whatever the fuck. It is right there. He has a computer on his wrist. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? It's like we have a computer in our hands. This shit, lots of people say it. Lots of people do it. People make money off of this thing right here. Even though it's plugged into the wall, I'm charging my shit because I don't keep it charged. People make money off of their phones. People make a living off of people make careers off of their phones. Streaming, recording, editing, managing their damn companies. You get what I'm saying? And so, how long until we're moving towards having to go somewhere else other than what we are surrounded by, because we ourselves,
there's no other choice. Really?
Put ourselves to shit. You know? I mean, we looking around, walking outside this door right here, is still okay. I can't say it's good.
Because it's way worse than what it was.
It's not at its best. It's not at its peak. Well, who knows? As of right now, civilization as itself, it's pretty good. It's pretty advanced and whatnot. But at what point would somebody say we're fucking up? You know, because slowly we're gonna drive our, I guess, ecosystem. I'm not gonna say economy. Economy can go up and down, whatever the fuck. Our ecosystem, because West Loop used to be full of trees. Who knows what animals live there? What animals would? How many times would you have to? There was actually once where I was on the loop, on the West Loop, a deer came out in front of AMC. Those trees cleared. They gotta come through that construction site, through the fence that's protecting the construction site. They can't come through that fence. There's wildlife still out there. I mean, Texas is big as fuck, right? But slowly, in our small fucking corner of the world, we're gonna start fucking it up. Not us three immediately, but investors and people that are more money hungry. Not saying that money's bad. You know, money fucking, it gets the weight off of some people's shoulders. But the lower you go down in the chain,
money puts that weight on your shoulders regardless.
You see, but
you gotta think of it like the only way we probably get out of this is if like the society becomes like more independent. And at the end of the day, I don't think we have enough people like in our society and in our like within the population that are trying to make enough change. Cause bro,
how many times have you heard that Texas wants to go out by itself?
Many times. I hear it almost every year.
Texas is big as fuck. But to think that Texas could become its own little Dominican Republic ass shit, you get what I'm saying? It's like, you can't. I mean, it's fathomable.
Think about it, way. Okay.
I don't know how to say the word correctly.
Yeah, we're saying fuck about those trees, but like, fathomable. But you gotta think about, okay, yeah, the Dutch Bros up there by where I work at.
Yes.
They see me at least once a week.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That's because of you.
Yeah, I know. But you gotta think about it. Well, why do I go? Okay, I go whenever I have a little extra. I go whenever maybe I want that sweet treat. I go when I can. I go because it's there.
Huh.
But I'm only adding to the reason why they cut them trees down.
Bro,
Consumer.
You know, so it's like at the end of the day, I don't think it's ever gonna regress. Cause yeah, you got to think about it. They're like, okay, well, what is gonna stop an investor from chopping down those trees? Oh, it's not gonna make any money. That's the only thing that separates an investor, an entrepreneur from doing something, whether it's gonna make them money or not. Whether their investment is gonna have a return on it, obviously.
I will say.
So if I look at it and they're like, okay, well, whether let's say maybe the person putting all the Dutch Bros is the same person. They're like, okay, well, I cut trees over here. It's a good place. It doesn't matter. People are gonna give a fuck about having that rather than having the trees there. When that place opened up and you pulled in, what did you think? Oh yeah, well, there's the Dutch Bros here now. You didn't think about all the trees they cut down.
No, you don't.
You didn't. All you thought about was that another place I can stop at. Another. You know, that's all you think about. And
look at In-N-Out. We got a fucking In-N-Out in Tyler.
Oh, we got an In-N-Out in Tyler.
You didn't count those 24 trees that fucking cut down. The 24 trees
that went down that Dallas doesn't have, that has the In-N-Out. Oh, well, you know. But then at the same time, how many times have we been like, we need a Top Golf. We need a this. We need a that. We're the same ones going back into it. So it's like, it's hard to get out of that whenever you're gaining a benefit from it as well. And it's way easier to be like, oh, yeah, well, me being and starting some protest talking about save the trees. That's going to go nowhere. Yeah. But where am I going to go?
It's not that it's going nowhere. Like, people have their say-so.
But it takes so many people. Yeah. It takes that many people to be on the same board and be like, I care about trees enough. You know how hard it is to get someone to see that bigger picture? But do you know how hard it is to get me to go to the gym with y'all? Do you, like...
I gave up. You
get what I mean?
Like, I'll be at the gym like, hey, wait, where Diego at? I don't know, bro. Keep pushing. You got this. One more.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you got to think about it. You won't even see it that deep into what's going on right then and there. Mm-hmm. Imagine what the government is doing to your ass already. Like, they're already...
Shout out to the government,
baby. They're putting it into your head that it's impossible.
Hold up.
You can have, like, a hard-ass... Like, you could be parked up having a big-ass... You thought I was going to say hard... Yeah, whatever. You can be parked up, have a hard-ass dick with everything on your mind, talking about, man, the trees need to be saved.
I think if you have a hard-ass dick, you worried about more what about the fuck what your dick's finna do.
I was just trying to satisfy what he was thinking. But anyways, if, like, you can come... We've all had that realization where you're like, damn, I should do something about this. Or I should... But what stops you from doing it? Knowing that you're going to need other people on board. Obviously, you can't... If you're the only one feeling a type of way, like, how far are you going to go, you know? Hitler didn't get where he did by himself.
All right, and that's
whether bad or good. Whether bad or good. No, take away the bad and good from the situation. If you just put it just straight off
feel like
logic.
You could have used somebody completely different.
Okay, just to not straight cut it off right there. How many people are comparing today's current situations to those days, being like, well, look, hold on. Hear me out. There are lots of countries warning their citizens, like, hey, you might want to stay away from the United States. Why the fuck aren't we hearing that as United States citizens? You get what I'm saying? There's lots of countries.
The people that we have interacted with before that aren't from here have told us what they see or what they think of when they hear or whatever the fuck.
Oh, no, shootings every day.
Shootings every day. Y'all have guns. We have literally been...
It's so normalized.
We've had conversations with guys that have... Older guys that are from other places. Other countries. Mm-hmm. And have told us that they see the United States, hear about the United States.
Violent.
And all they think is violence. Just straight chaos. Yeah, and what do we paint it as?
School shootings, mass shootings.
We paint it as freedom. Yes. We have freedom until ICE comes and knocks into your door. We have freedom until, like a bunch of shit. I'm not going to get too much into it because I don't like putting my views out like that. But there's a lot of this stuff we be worried about.
But there's a lot of stuff that gets slowly pushed out to us to the point to where it's like, school shooting over there, to where it's kind of not normalized, but in a way...
It is.
it is normalized to where it's like,
because
oh, no,
imagine,
school shooting.
okay, think about
Okay,
it like
it
this.
happened.
You remember when the Batman movie came out?
Yeah,
And that guy dressed up as the Joker pulled up and shot all those people.
I did not
Oh,
hear
I
that
remember
shit.
that.
You remember that?
Hell yeah, I remember
He pulled
that.
up
At
and
the
shot all
movie
those
theater?
people.
In the movie theater, hell yeah, I remember
He
that.
pulled up, shot all those people that were watching, dressed as the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, whatever, right? My parents talked about that and didn't want me going to the movies for weeks, months, and I was in middle school at this time. So the movies and the mall were
Hotspot.
What, Dark
my
Knight
hot
Rising?
spot. Yes, I believe it was that
That's
one.
crazy.
But y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't really watch the movies like that, and I wasn't at that time, especially because of what had happened. I believe it was even like, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I think it might have been like the first week it had been out.
Yep.
First week it had been out, dude pulls up, whatever. Yeah, obviously it impacted the sales.
Oh, that's why there's no more costumes in movie theaters, right? Hell yeah.
Because
Yep,
they
I
weren't
remember
able to tell, like, you know? And then, well, my parents were obviously like, yeah, all this. And all you do now is when kids go out, be safe. Because you realize, like, it's normalized, bro. Like, back then, if you got a call, like, only certain amount of things went through your mind. Now you can't be safe anywhere, it feels like, bro. Like,
No, bro. I leave the house and I was like, please be safe. Please be careful. And she's like, please don't do nothing.
And
you're
it
not
sucks
supposed
way
to.
because back then you were like, okay, I gotta be safe because I don't know what can happen.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, I gotta be safe because I know what can happen and what can't happen.
Yeah.
So it's like now you're getting ready for the stuff you know you can expect, and because it's a normalized thing now, bro. It's really it sucks, but it's normal. Like
It says because you don't know when it can or to who it can happen. Because things are so normalized, you're just like, how do I say? Yeah, next week, you're not going to think about what happened last week.
Mhm.
You're just like, yeah, no, they shot.
there's
What's his
probably a
face?
school shooting that happened this morning and we don't know.
There was one event that happened. A couple days later, another event happened. A
That
couple days
was
later, another event happened. You forgot about the first thing once you're on the third thing. And even then, the third thing isn't as large as the first thing. But the third thing is still pretty large. You know what I'm saying? Because shootings aren't just some everyday, regular type of thing. But even then, after some time, you forget about all three of those things. Because you're like, man, I got to be careful because I got to pay my light bill.
And do y'all think that maybe... Well, I don't know if it's true or not because obviously I don't know the stats. But I feel like more people die than not being born, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like... More
Not
people
at China's
are
rate,
are okay with dying now.
I don't know if they're okay with dying. I'm not okay with dying. I mean,
I said more people are okay with dying now.
I wouldn't say okay with dying, bro. Because I don't think everybody's just like, yeah, fuck it. Whatever happens after I leave the house happens. Because at the end of the day, once... I'm not going to speak for everybody.
Well,
but once you're
I'll
put in
word
that
it different.
position
Do
way...
you think depression is growing?
Depression? I need to see some statistics before speaking
That's
on
the
depression.
thing. That's because I'm trying to just make it based off of statistics. Because I think of it as like, okay, if I think of, and I was getting this shit off of a TikTok
Yeah.
that I saw, but there was a guy basically saying like, bro, like even 2 generations ago, like great grandpa or grandpa, I can think of my grandpa coming over here, still and to this day, man still breathing, has not changed one bit. I never heard this motherfucker, like, I never heard it seem like he was, anything was ever really going to get to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and yeah, people say mental health is a good thing. Like, you go into, talk to someone about it, you trying to think about it, all this, that it's a good thing. And I feel like me and a lot of guys, just guys in general everywhere, have problems. Men have problems with that, like being able to process their feelings and stuff like that, just because a lot of people have it negated, and a lot of the times you are looked at as like a bitch if you say like, oh, life's treating me this way, because at the end of the day, as a man, you're like, or like what the stereotypical man has always been, man up. You know what I mean? Life's hard, get up. You know, at the end of the day, I feel like whether it's not depression growing or like lowering, there's I feel like it's easier now to it's more common to complain about shit. Just because I think of it as before as being like, okay, well, my grandpa, I never saw whatever fucking happened. He came over here with what he had, the money in his pocket. My grandma, all this shit, came over here, didn't have a job, found a job. If he got laid off of a job that he had for 15 or 20 years, he didn't cry about it. He next day found another job. There was very minimal, let's say, like, they didn't let you be sad. Or, like, basically, it was more known in men or more normalized that suck it up, you know? And I think suck it up isn't a bad thing. Like, I feel like the way maybe I want to raise my kids isn't as normalized and won't gel as well in these times compared to back then. Because I feel like just automatically there's more and more kids that are entitled these days. Like, more and more kids feel like they can disrespect their parents. More and more kids feel like they can grow faster than what, like, I don't know. We talked about it last week too, and it's just like, niggas don't touch grass no more. They, like, you can't be bored. Like, and I feel like maybe I'm gonna be raising my kids in a way different, like, norm than what's gonna be used at the time I do have kids. But I feel like I'm just so convinced, and I see a bunch of videos and a bunch of stuff out here about how the kids act nowadays, and it just kind of reinforces, like, the values I want to teach them. But it sucks because I feel like there's going to be a lot of shit that I have to deal with in between. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be a lot of stuff that they're going to take in on their own that I'm only going to be able to have so much influence over. But at the same time, it's like I'm going to have to end up negating that, like, gray area in between. Like, okay, I understand when I was a kid, my dad told me all this and where my head went to still make my own decision. So I kind of have to still take that with a grain of salt in trying to raise another man in today's age. You know what I mean?
No, but like there is a saying, I probably like 50% will say this shit wrong because I've said it once before. You probably can go back in the podcast and hear me out. But it was a saying weak times make weak men make hard times make hard men make weak times, and so on and so forth. So I feel like from those hard times is gonna fucking reflect. I'm not saying that we're weak men, you get what I'm saying, but my youngest sibling doesn't receive the toughest nature that I received. You get what I'm saying?
And you feel like in a way way you see why, but in a way you're like, that made me who I am. Like, that helped me at the end of the day.
That did. At the end of the day, me being treated the way I was treated, being chased around the house.
I needed that.
With the fucking iron and the cable. I'm about to get chased around the whole house with the damn cable because I acted up. I needed to get my ass whooped. Everybody needs to get their ass whooped at some point. You need to know what the fuck is right from wrong. Now, if you let shit slide here and there, I'm like, yeah, no, they're going to figure it out.
It's because you remember your realizations. Like, you remember the moment. Because as kids, and that's what helps me realize, okay, what impacted me, let me do that, you know? But in the way that's going to be better than maybe the approach I had. Because, you know, like, I don't want to hit my kids. You know, I don't want to spank them. I don't want to have to, but damn right, the second I have to, bro,
one thing I can say against you, one thing I will say against you,
you want to get pissed and hit them? No, you want them to just learn on the first try.
But one thing I will say is that, hey, look, I'm gonna hit your ass if you don't fucking get, if I can't get this fucking point across, you're gonna fucking learn the way I learned. You're gonna get your ass hit.
Shout out to all our kids and our nuts right now.
All of them.
And if you can hear this, you better act right, nigga.
Look, bro, I lost my train of thought. I will say that.
In all the time of podcasting, I never thought we were going to talk to our sperm. Anyways.
No, but I 1000% lost my train of thought because he shouted out his sperm. He did shout out his sperm and I lost my fucking train of thought.
Shout out my nut.
Podcast equipment should be much higher.
That's what everybody thought about, like, the day I get my kids. I'm not going to just hit him straight out the bat, straight out the womb, like, yeah, act right. No, I'm gonna teach you in a nurturing way. But if I can't get this point across, you're not gonna think I'm just so fucking soft ass.
I'm gonna take
dad.
everything. I'm gonna take what I feel as a dad now. I'm gonna take into consideration what you need. I'm gonna take into consideration how what I'm about to do to you is gonna affect you, and then I'm gonna make the decision.
Look, first and foremost, I love my mom. I love my mom. She does everything in her power to raise me right. I'm 23 years fucking old. You know what I'm saying? I'm not some fucking bum, right? Just leeching off of whatever the fuck. With that being said, and I've said this to my girl several times, like my favorite saying, it shouldn't be my favorite saying, but the saying that has stuck in my head is, it's all right. They're not crying blood. Do you get what I'm saying from that?
I think
Like,
that,
look, dude, you're gonna fucking cry.
you know what I feel? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger on some shit.
Look, you're gonna
Katy
fucking
Perry
cry.
said it best.
You're gonna cry. Cool, cry.
Was that
If you
Katy
gotta
Perry?
cry it out, cry it
I
out.
don't know.
It was Katy Perry.
What doesn't kill you make you stronger.
I had to let him get that out because I feel like if I didn't, he was
My
gonna
favorite
repeat it.
saying is in heated time: nothing changes if nothing changes.
Oh yeah, no, that was a good one. I have lots of favorite sayings, but from a parent, like my dad, he was cool. My dad's cool. Tries to keep a calm, collected head. He tries to tell me, hey man, look, I ain't never yell at you. There's no reason for you to disrespect me, come at me at no sideways type of way. Right? That's why I lower my tone right now as I'm speaking to you guys. This is about the tone that my dad talked to me as. He was like, look, you got an issue, we'll resolve it. As long as you're in the right, you let me know if something's wrong, I'm going to be on your side. I'm going to be on your side as long as you're right. If you're wrong, I'm going to let you know you're wrong, but we're going to figure it out. As for my mom, you're not crying blood. If you got to cry that shit out, if I hit you, hey man, I ain't hit you for no fucking reason. Go cry it out. Fuck it, because you're not crying blood.
After meeting all of y'all's parents, and I'd say even just a little bit after meeting, because I mean now if I see them out, I feel like all of them are at least with each other. Vice versa, wherever, like if he goes and sees my mom, if he goes and sees my dad, if you go and see my mom, if Israel sees my dad, whatever the case may be, it's a first name basis. Like that's the type of friend group. If you want to just get a little bit more in depth into how close we really are, I could go sleep over at Chris's house and I ain't gonna feel uncomfortable. Vice versa, everywhere. That's basically how it is. And that's how I feel like it's always like gonna be. But with that being said, I feel like I feel welcomed. Moms and dads that we had are 100% the ones that we needed and the ones that shaped us into who we should and have and are becoming. Because I've seen a lot of the best qualities of Chris in his mom and in his dad, and I've seen a lot of them going vice versa, and that just kind of shows out to me because the times that you are calm, I think of your dad a lot because your dad's one of the most like calm, like mellow, like being able to just have like a good conversation.
I'm his Rottweiler, bro.
And there's a lot of, and that's why it makes me respect it even a little more. Because that being said, he's still able to have the calm that he has.
Let me tell you, because my dad is so calm, my dad works with me. I had to lower my voice right now because we're talking about my dad. My dad works with me, and today there was a coworker that was raising his voice at the back of the shop. I'm at the front of the shop. I make my rounds around the shop to chop it up with whoever I may chop it up with, and I hear a coworker at the back raising his voice, right? My dad's not one to raise his voice. My dad's not one to break his calm. So I told my coworker, I'm like, hey man, what's dude tripping about? I don't know, he's just tripping. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna go find out what the fuck he's tripping about. I'm about to beat some ass. I understand and respect your fucking elders. You're not about to yell at my dad because he tends to keep his calm. You get what I'm saying? My dad tends to keep his calm. If he's keeping his calm with you and you're still fucking raising your voice at him, that's when the inner dog in me comes out. Because what the fuck
Do you get?
are you raising your voice at my dad at? You get what I'm saying? This is aside from him being my parent. Like, I get a little emotional because I know the type of fucking, excuse me.
person he is?
Yeah, because he
know,
tries to keep his
aside
calm.
from work, you
Tries
know
to
he don't
keep his
deserve it.
cool. I have rarely seen him go to 100. Rarely. And I say that like from the bottom of my heart. So I said it to this coworker, I'm about to go beat some ass. But just loosely speaking, trying to crack a joke, make light of the situation because another coworker in this moment is raising his voice at the back of the shop where my dad is located at. So I'm like, I'm hoping this is not directed towards my dad. Because when it comes down to it, knowing what calm natured he is, or at least tries to portray or to be, I'm going to get back there. I'm going to figure out what the fuck is going on. And I get back there and I'm like, hey, Dad, what's up? What's going on? Oh, no, he's tripping that this and that is going on or whatever the fuck. And after I get informed, like we talked about earlier with the manager situation, I got to know what's up. My dad always told me, as long as you're in the right, I'm going to stand up for you. Same with me, because that's what my dad taught me. So going back to the shop, you're in the right, I'm going to fucking stand up for you. If you're in the wrong, you got to face the music. You know what I mean? So I get back there. I hear out the coworkers what's going on. Yeah, no, he's tripping about such topic and such topic. And I'm like, well, that has nothing to do with my dad, because he does not partake in such topic. My dad does not do such topic. You get what I'm saying? So this should not affect my dad. And so my dad speaks to me. He's like, yeah, no, I don't know what he's tripping about. Obviously, he's not saying it in English or in these words. Excuse me. But he's like, I don't know what he's tripping about. I mean, it's not affecting me. I mean, I don't do these things that he's going off on. So it's not affecting me. And so I see the other coworker that was a while ago tripping, in other words. And so I'm like, yeah, no, I mean, what was he upset about? And they tell me he was upset about this and he was upset about that. Neither one of these align with my dad's nature. So I'm like, well, as long as he's not getting on my dad's ass for topic A and topic B, that does not affect me. I could give a fuck. Because like I just said a moment ago, you're in the right, I'm on your side. You're in the wrong, you gotta face the music. If my dad's in the right and the coworker's getting off on my dad, we about to figure this shit out. Cause you're not about to just go off on my dad, cause I know my dad's a calm-natured ass person. I myself, I could be as calm and understanding until I fucking know that you are in the wrong. And you're coming at this calm-natured ass individual. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I've been in your situation too, because I mean, I remember like when I was a freshman, I had a cousin that he's more like on the like nerdier side. Like he stays to himself. He like likes the shit he likes his anime, likes his wrestling, likes his, just chill dude, right? Always been chill to me. But I know that discrepancy where it's like, okay, if we go out, like I'm a certain type of person, you're a certain type of person, we probably wouldn't hang around the same people, but that's my peoples, that's my cousin, that's my blood. I love that motherfucker. Like, we tight. No matter what we like, different hobbies, whatever the fuck, we tight. So he's a little bit like on the shorter side. He was always older than me and shorter than me. He had like the acne and stuff. So obviously like he has stuff that most people in high school would pick on, right? So he's minding his business. It's like 7:45, 8 o'clock in the morning. Like we're in the cafeteria.
That's early as fuck to be picking on someone.
No, I'm getting my breakfast and stuff, and out the court, I dab him up on the way to my line or whatever to get the food, and then, well, I'm sitting, like, I can see him straight ahead, like, I can see his face, I can see, like, we're in the middle, we're in the gym, and he's on the other side of the gym, not the gym, the cafeteria, but I can still see him. I can see him, his face, I can see everything, right? So, all I see is this tall guy, probably around, and I'm a freshman, I've been in this school for, like, 3 weeks, maybe, and I see him just getting, like, someone's just picking at him, and from my peripheral I can't see his face now, like he's turned, but like from where I see his back, the guy's just picking on him and the guy's making fun of him, and like that's what it looks like, and it looks like my cousin's trying to shrug him off. My cousin's never been one to be physical, never been one to confrontate. He doesn't like all that. So if anything, if you're picking on him, he's gonna let you. So I walk over there. This dude probably got at least 8 inches of height on me, right? And
let's round it to 10. Let's round it to 10, because I don't think he was the tallest in freshman year. If he's like fucking 6 foot, if you just say he's 6 foot something.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, got a foot on me at least, right? At this point, I don't care, because I've known my cousin to always be that. I mean, he's my cousin, bro. Like, obviously,
he's
like,
cool.
If y'all grow up together, like, y'all have that bond and stuff. Obviously, I've always known my cousin to be, if we were out at a party or something and there was, like, the other side of the family, like, I was always looking out for him, being like, hey, bro, like, just chill. Like, they play rough. They're going to mess with you. They're going to fuck with you. Don't take it personal, you know? All this shit. So, I go up to the guy, and instantly I'm heated. I'm like, hey, what the fuck is your problem? Like, out of nowhere. Like, I'm just like, hey, what the fuck's your problem fucking with my cousin like that? And I'm like, who the fuck? Like, and at this point, I'm just, everything that I maybe thought I was going to say first on the way over there while I'm mad, all of them are coming out. So I'm like, why the fuck you touching my cousin? Who you think you are? Like, why the fuck you being a dick? All this stuff coming out. Just coming out. By the time, I'm still got probably like 4 or 5 more names and shit, like things to say, before my cousin goes, nah, bro, he's my friend, he's cool. And then I'm like, what? So instantly, I gotta double back, and I gotta look at this motherfucker, and this motherfucker just like smiling at me at this point. And he's like, bro, it's not like that. Like, this is just how me and him get along. Like, I've been friends with him. Like, I don't pick on him. Instantly then, I went from 100 to 0, which usually it's the other way around. But 100 to 0, and I had to realize, well, that's just me knowing him that little extra, and me knowing that he's vulnerable to those type of things, and knowing that I was going to have to be the one to get in between. I feel like it just puts you not even at 100. It puts you like at 110. Because it's like you see it from a whole different perspective. You kind of just get into the mind of their bully, and you're like, you think that's okay to do to them. Like, you try to see them how the bully is seeing them, and it pisses you off even more, because it's like, that's not who he is. Like, that's not the type of person that you do that
No,
to.
bro, like, we have a mutual relative who isn't the biggest. He's older than us. I don't know by how much, but se llevaba like a little heavy with people by, you know what I mean by like que se lleva, like, you know what I mean, like you play along, like
nosotros nos llevamos like pesados, like heavy, like we fuck around like heavy, like we, like if I'm gonna come at you, like it's gonna be some dark shit, and you're gonna do. Just
like the dark humor that,
like, if you can't hang,
he
you
shares
can't hang
with you.
Don't be hanging around people you can't hang with, basically.
So we have this mutual relative que se llevaba heavy with somebody about 2 times his weight. I'm gonna say at least 2 respectfully. And I'm like, hey, bro, don't be going like that at
Don't
dude.
test your waters.
Cause he said he's gonna fight you or whatever. But I don't know that that's the relationship that they have within each other. So I'm like, fuck, this dude's like at least an extra fucking 50, 60 pounds on me.
He's gonna demolish.
I can't square up with dude, because his heavy ass fucking fist is gonna come flying. Even if it's not fast, but that motherfucker's gonna hurt once it makes contact. I'm like, hey, bro, don't be doing that shit. Like, don't be doing that. But still, he's like, nah, we cool. That's how we do it. Until I got confirmation from the second party, it's like, nah, I ain't never gonna touch him. Like, that's my homie. Like, we're cool. And to this day, they're
Not
super
touched.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're super cool. But in that moment in time, I'm like, cuz, like, you cannot be playing with people like double your size. but they are cool peoples. They're cool friends, maintain a relationship. They go fishing together. They hang out. But in the moment, I'm like, dude, like, watch what you say.
That's how people used to. I feel like that's how people used to look at us whenever I used to mess with Dino. The way I used to mess with Dino, because it's like I'd mess with him, say some fucked up shit, like, and then he'd be like look down on me, literally, and metaphorically, and like for real.
Nah, shout out Dino. Shout out Dino's barber.
No, yeah.
But he's always been physically bigger than the both of us. Not just you.
I just think it's funny because
I look up like, oh,
I'll look at the videos, and when he picked us up that one time we went to McDonald's before the game, I'm like, this motherfucker probably just like, I don't know. He just felt like he had to have us tagging along.
He probably looked at us like, who am I hanging with?
No cap. I'm glad.
Yeah, no cap. He's probably like, what the fuck am I doing right now?
I'm glad we.
But even then, I hung out of his sunroof, just like standing up, like But he fucked with us. You get what I'm saying? But I guess those are relationships people establish within the people that they meet. They come across that outside people looking in. I'm not gonna say wouldn't understand.
It's a funny dynamic to them.
It is, but maybe somebody's like, he's gonna get his ass whooped.
Because I'm pretty, like, I think it's funny, especially, like, let's say, like, if we're, and I don't want you to think I do it with, like, the intent, obviously, but, like, it's funnier if, like, I'm the smallest dude of the group, and I'm always the one pressing, like, him and Israel, like, the bigger ones. But it's funnier because it's, like, I know damn well I'm the smaller one. I know damn well they're not going to do something to me because I'm their friend. It's like the whole dynamic, but obviously if there's times where Chris like grabs me very hard and it starts to hurt me and shit, like obviously then like, okay, I understand. I might keep fucking around, but maybe not. But like that's as friends, I know like even though our dynamic is like I can poke at him as much as I want, whenever it gets to that point, I have to understand like, hey, think about calming down. You know what I mean?
No, I've seen several times where Chris is just chilling right there, how you see him, right? You're like, yeah, joke 1, joke 2, joke 3, and he's like, all right, bitch, come here, and he'll grab you and pick you up. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm just there watching, because at the end of the day, I know he's not about to kick your fucking ass. But if anything, he's asserting his dominance like, hey, man, don't forget I'm fucking bigger than you. But still, I'm not the biggest in the fucking group. I know I don't weigh the most in this fucking group. Not by being fat, but like Israel himself said the other day, like, yeah, I weigh this much. That's without a hoodie, hat, and jeans on. I'm like, that's still a little like 20 pounds more than me. You know what I'm saying? So that fist is gonna come in fucking heavy. You know, and Chris has worked out since we fucking met him. So I know that his is gonna come with some strength behind it. Even if it's not like the fucking fastest hit in the world, I know if Chris lands a hit on my fucking jaw, there's a probability I'm gonna go fucking down. So I know who the fuck to mess with, who not to mess with.
I don't think I think about that shit at all, and that might be a problem.
No, I keep equal respect with anybody because I've seen
facts
boxing events that you're like,
bro, I know
the big guy. No way. The little guy whooped the big guy's ass.
I know we're about to close this out soon, but did y'all hear about fucking Tank and is it Jake or Logan?
Yeah, Jake Paul.
Jake
got
canceled that fight.
Yeah.
After they put the $3 million with the 8 in bed, and they were betting like their whole bag and all, because what?
Allegedly, Jake says that Tank has a case pending and they're about to come get him. Allegedly. But I feel like, me personally,
I couldn't.
It probably is. He probably do have another case brewing, and they're probably about to go.
But you're telling me
go get him.
They did all that. They did all the press. They did all that. With knowing in the back of their head, and he's gonna go away, bro. There's no way. There is no way. And if that like there's got to be some type of shit they're not telling us, bro.
Yeah, I feel like Jake is trying to tarnish his name now.
I don't know. I still feel like Tank would have whooped that ass.
But once we get more details, we will let y'all know. We hope y'all enjoy this episode. We hope that you have a wonderful day. We hope we hope at least one person took something from this vehicle. Damn. From this video.
Vehicle.
Hey, the time change is fucking me up, so that's why my eyes feel a little heavy right now. Because realistically, it's like 1 a.m.
We gained an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went from what? 1 to...
It would be 1 o'clock right now.
1 to 2 to back to 1.
Yeah. I was
And
trying to
I
do the math
slept
right.
that whole fucking time Saturday.
Hell yeah.
Didn't even
fuck that
realize
shit.
it.
I didn't. I was
got
awake whenever the time swapped back.
Were you at work?
I was yeah.
Oh!
People came back.
Anyway, guys, we hope that you have a wonderful day. We hope that you like, comment, share on this video and also on the reels on TikTok and Instagram. Hey, be nice. Be the change in somebody's life.
If it ain't TYF, get left.
It ain't TYF, get left. And that's right. Hey, we out.